Welcome to the Angel Mystic podcast. I am super excited you are listening because this is where spiritually open minds can come together to explore the wonders of angels, spiritual connections, and the art of manifesting. Hosted by me, Amanda Took, the Angel Mystic, your spiritual midwife to help you on your journey to a fulfilling and happy life. You may have seen me on ITV, Channel 4, or even in Fate and Fortune magazine. In each episode, we will delve into the mystical world of angels, offering you insights, guidance, practical tools to deepen your connection with the upstairs so that you can find inner peace, happiness, joy, and create the life that you want. Tune in for weekly, fun conversations, transformational insights that will elevate your spiritual journey and awaken your inner mystic. Please hit subscribe now as we embark on a transformational adventure with the Angel Mystic podcast. Welcome back to the podcast. This episode is called From Chaos to Clarity, and it is about my journey with journaling. I did recently ask in my free community group, Abundance Manifesting, what you would like me to talk about on the podcast. And journaling was one of the things that popped up. So welcome. I'm going to talk about something that I know is not going to be for everyone. In fact, I know that two of my team members, Linda and Corrie, don't actually journal because it isn't for everyone, but it is 100% for me. And I know that is something I will never, ever stop doing. I love it so much. I have such amazing breakthroughs. So let's delve in and start talking about this. Now, if you're in Abundance Club, you will know all about the different types of journaling, but there is two types for me anyway. One type is healing journaling, and healing journaling it's like a process that you can take yourself through where you're just getting to the bottom of things. So you might be feeling in a funk for a particular reason, like something's, pushing your buttons, but you're not sure why. And when you do some journaling, you get to the bottom of what's really going on. This has happened for me so many times. I can be thinking it is one thing, but when I do the journaling and hold myself in that space and really dig deep, I end up finding out it's something totally different. You see, when we just sit and think about things, our unconscious mind naturally wants to take us away from the uncomfortable feelings. And when we journal, we hold ourselves in that place to be able to work through whatever we need to work through. So this is the healing journaling for me. This is like, the purging, this getting it all out. And sometimes people say, we don't want to focus on the negative when we're manifesting. Is this not the, focusing on the negative? No, this is releasing all that stuff that's in you, that's holding you back. So you have to give yourself permission to go there and do that so that you can then move forward. I think it's so therapeutic getting to the bottom of something that is upsetting you, triggering you, pushing your buttons, holding you back from what it is that you want. And I would much rather be in that space of journaling and working way through it rather than it just ruminating in my body and causing maybe illness, causing me things I don't want, and certainly not allow me to manifest what it is that I do want. Now, when we are doing that type of journaling, this might be something that's bugging us or upset us, and we start writing. You just need to say how you're feeling. You just need to start by saying, I am feeling really off, or I am feeling really upset because, and see where it leads you. There is no rules with this. It's an exploratory session. You just need to work your way through it. But I can guarantee, for me anyway, whenever I am feeling not so tip-top, not 100% high vibing, when I do my journaling, I feel so much better. And I think, yeah, that's okay. That's what was going on for me. And then I generally do my journaling at last thing at night and I sleep it off and it like resets me. But I just love that place. And particularly, I live on my own. I don't have a partner or anything. And I love my journaling as a space to, work things through, talk things through. If you've got a partner, you might be able to do that verbally. I don't have that. So for me, that, working things through is my journal. It's my place that I go to do that. The other type of journaling is creative journaling. This is the manifesting journaling. This is, if you're in Abundance Club, and if you're not, why not? You should be, but maybe there's no space for you to join at the moment. So just stick your name down on the wait list. But creative journaling there's loads of different ways of doing this. This is like where we're doing our future diary, our dear universe, our dream life, our ideal day visualizations. It's writing, down what it is that you want. My favorite way to visualize is writing things down. So every day, and excuse me, I do use this. I use the manifesting journal. If you are not watching on YouTube, you won't be able to see what I'm holding up. But I am holding up my manifesting journal, which came out a few years ago now and was created on the back of what I do in a normal notepad. I mean, you can use a normal notepad too if you want. But in here, this is everything you need to keep yourself on track for 2 months with your daily practice. And, you write your desires that you want, you write your affirmations, you write down your visualization. So you can create yourself a visualization for the month. And in Abundance Club, I share exactly how to do that. But what I tend to do is on the daily sheets, because there's 4 sheets for each day, there is places where you can journal. And here I would write down some sort of written visualization that I am focusing on, that I'm wanting to manifest, bring into my reality. And that is the way that I would do my creative journaling. If you want one of these, you can get them on my website or from Amazon. Just know that when you get them from Amazon, which is obviously a lot easier for people that are international, it isn't coloured on the inside. It is black and white because that's the way that Amazon prints them. So I'm going to share something with you about journaling that's been my experience that I also hear people talk about, because people often, there's a few things that I hear regularly about journaling. People worry about what to journal. Like, what should I be writing? What should I do? And there is no hard and fast rules. If you are, and I hate to keep saying Abundance Club, but it's very relevant. If you're in Abundance Club, there's a whole journaling prompts library that you can use so you know what to write about. You can also take part in a challenge that we did. I think it was in March, where there was different prompts every day that you could journal about. But you could just journal about, I feel, and just write how you feel. They said this and I felt that. Just start writing. Journaling isn't, and my nana, bless her, she used to write in a diary every day what the weather was like, what she did, where she went. It's not that. Journaling is much deeper than that. If you're writing those sorts of things, that's fine, but you're not getting to the real nitty gritty of journaling. And people often worry that journaling might be read. You can be quite vulnerable in your journal. You can write things that perhaps you wouldn't want to share with other people, and then people are concerned that somebody might read it. Now, fact, my mum did read my diary when I was a teenager. And there was a reason behind it, because she knew I was up to no good, and she wanted to know where I'd gone, because she didn't believe it was where I said I'd gone. And it was true. I hadn't. I'd gone out with some boys, as you do, to a beach, and was not where I said I'd gone to the cinema with a cousin. But anyway, hey ho. So I do have a little bit of that fear too that somebody might read something in my journal. But for years, my kids have said to me, Mum, when you're no longer here, I'm going to read all your journals. And I think, do you know what? Good luck to you, because not even I can read them. I often am trying to read back something I've written to share it, maybe in one of my groups, and I can't read my own writing. And that's actually a thing. If you want to purge into your journal and get rid of some stuff that's going on within you, you scribble and write away and make it as unscruffy, as untidy as you like, because there is absolutely no need to read it back. I very rarely, unless I'm sharing something with one of my in one of my communities, I do not read back my journals. They're illegible. They really are. So that's a way of writing in a journal, getting the results, but not actually having to think, oh my goodness, somebody might read this. So what is the other things that it sort of leads me on to, like, keeping your journals? What do you do with them? Now, I don't keep my journals. I keep them for a certain amount of time because I build a stash of them, and I've got a big stash at the moment, but I get rid of my journals regularly. Sometimes I will burn them. Sometimes I will just send them to confidential waste. So you can get these bags that get sent to you. And you put everything in the bag and it gets taken away with confidential waste. So every now and again, when I'm sorting out my paperwork and getting rid of old things, I'll do confidential waste and I will put my journals in there too, and they get destroyed. So, like I say, I never need to reread them. I'm not keeping them. They're not notes I need to remember. They're things I've worked through. They are the past. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be focusing on the past. I want to focus on the future. And the future is always changing. So even if it is a manifestation that you want, when you've got that manifestation, and if you're manifesting properly, you will get it, something else will come along that you want. So it's a never-ending journey. Now, I do also like to use journals for lots and lots of things. But one of the things I would say is there are no rules. You can just write, I feel really happy today because I feel really sad today because there is nothing you cannot journal upon. And if you're using the manifesting journal, it's all prompts and all laid out for you. And one of the things that it also has is it also says some sort of questions that you can reflect on each day. Like, what have you learned today? What have you manifested? What are you proud of? How happy are you? All of these things. So if you are struggling with your journal, I would encourage you to get a manifesting journal and have a go with it. Each one will last you over 2 months, and it really holds you in place, your energy in place with the manifestations that you want. So your manifesting does start to speed up. So I hope this episode has been really helpful for you. The last thing I really want to leave you with is that don't rule it out. Because you didn't like journaling last time you tried it, try it again. Because you are not the same person as you was last time you tried it. We are always evolving. We are always changing. So it might be for you now, and you won't know unless you try. You might have loads of things that you can gain from this. If this has been helpful, let me know. Please review, please share, please like, and pop comments in Abundance Manifesting. Everything is in the show notes link. Let me know how you're going on with your journaling. And now we're going to move in to Angelic Insights, which of course is giving us guidance from the 4th to the 10th of May. Tapping, shuffling, asking, what do we need to know? Hey, I feel like this week feels different. The energy of this week feels like it's time to do something new, time to do something different. And I'm even being shown that in the way that I'm pulling the cards. I'm like doing one from the top, one from the bottom. I'm not doing it in my usual sort of way. So there we go. We've got our 7 cards, I do believe. Yes. Ooh, they're quite green and blue, which does mean it's a healing period again. Yes, I know they're always coming round, aren't they, these healing periods? But it is a never-ending journey. And we're starting the week with the Soul card, a reminder that this is not your first rodeo. So if you think this is the first time I've been on Earth, I am here to tell you, no, it is not. If you are listening to this, you will have had multiple lifetimes, and you really need to trust what you just know, even though you don't know how you know it, because that's the wisdom coming through from your soul. Understanding your past lives is also going to help you make more sense of this life. Look out for rainbows as one of your signs. And that's a big sign this week because we've got them on Tuesday card, which is the forgiving card as well. So where do you need to work with forgiveness? There is a fantastic MP3, but if you're in Abundance Club, you'll get it anyway. But it's in the library if you're looking for it in there. But if not, you can go and get the Rainbow Healing MP3 downloadable meditations on my website. Forgiveness and unconditional love. It fixes everything. So today, make sure that you are working with the energy of forgiveness. It might be forgiving yourself, it might be that you need to forgive someone else. Doesn't mean to say you're letting them off the hook. It means to say that you are releasing yourself from the past and allowing yourself to move forward. And on Wednesday, it feels like we're going to take that sigh of relief, and we are going to be keeping things simple. Do not overcomplicate things, and do not doubt what you're seeing at the corners of your eyes, because that is a sign from your angels, those little sparkly lights. Yes, it is all going on. And on Thursday, it is the time card. It is time to get your stuff in order. There's jobs that you've been meaning to do that you haven't done yet. Ask your angel to help and motivate you to do it. I feel like you need to be able to tick things off and free up some space in your head. Look out, we had no signs last week, and this week we're having loads of signs. Look out for number synchronicities as one of your signs on Thursday. Friday, it's the decision card. And it feels like this decision needs to be based around fun. So your question you need to ask yourself is, what is going to bring me the most fun? And that is what you need to do. Saturday, we've got the honest card. Saturday is about, do you know what? I'm stopping doing that people pleasing. I'm pleasing myself. I'm being honest with myself about what it is that I want, and absolutely go for it. I feel quite excited with that card. And then on Sunday, we are ending the week, or are we beginning? On the fears card. Now, this isn't negative. I don't want you to feel, oh my goodness, no. But this feels like there's just a few little things coming to the surface that just need to be nipped off in the bud so they don't get big and they don't get scary. Just address those fears as they are coming up so they cannot hold you back. That is your guidance for the week. Let me know what you're taking from this, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit follow and share my message by sharing with your friends. It would be amazing if you can leave a review. All this will help, and it activates the universal law of the more you give, the more you receive. So it's a win-win. You can find more good stuff between episodes over on social media. Just search The Angel Mystic on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, or check out the links in the show notes. I'd love for you to connect more over in my free group in Abundance Manifesting, all on Facebook. I hope to see you there.